dance. So here to make amends. No chance of a podium, but some self-respect, some prestige, and building towards the World Championships. Vital for them to skate well. The national champions of Russia, and of course that is a very prestigious title to have won. Katerina Bobrova, Dmitry Soloviev. Routine features music from the opera Faust.
Now into the circular step sequence. They've had a great start. Really working on the edges. That rise and fall in the knee, so important. Intricate choreography and lovely phasing on the change direction spin.
Well, that's a fine start. Promises to be a really good afternoon. Remember, we have the gala coming up after this. Katerina Bobrova, Dmitry Soloviev. I have to say, Nikki, you know, for the greenhorn here, I enjoyed that. It was proper dancing, a sense of romance we were talking about earlier on. I felt it there, and good changes of drama and mood.
I absolutely agree with you. In particular, the first 3 quarters, the end of it, it started to get a bit frenetic, trying to build up the points on the lifts. You've got either 6 seconds to get into the lift, so you have to hit a position in 1 second, hold it, move through another position. If you're moving through positions during the lift on a difficult position, you get a higher mark. It can end up looking like the kitchen sink's thrown in there, and aesthetically not that pleasing. And just at the end, the last 2 lifts were, with the music being so frenetic, it wasn't as lovely as it could have been. But the judges will be going, okay, but still it's worth the points. The opening lift, super. Down on the knee, very strong in the drag with her upside down over the top. Great. His hands still below his head, and the balance point's good. And some lovely, gentle points and lovely skating. I think they find it difficult to be in a normal, what I call a normal dance hold, just as though like a tango hold. When they get into that, they're a bit stuck. And when they did the rumba, when they had to do traditional compulsory dances, a bit stuck. As soon as they're freed off from that a little bit, the flow can happen. Here's the twizzles. Very fast, just slightly out of line, but controlling it. She's really well, just a change edge, catch it before the second part. See, when they're freer and really down in the knee, then there's lots of power, and they can really accentuate and work to, each movement and work to their strengths. Now here we are, so you have to keep going through the movement, and it just can get a little bit, there's so much to get done, such a short period of time.
It looked a little ragged there.
Yeah, my mother said you need 2 stopwatches. You need one to do the takeoff, one to see how long they're in the position. So complex. I think actually the lifts are, they're too demanding. At 6 seconds, I think there's a danger of injury for the girls. You see shoulders being ripped. It's like gymnastics on ice. I know it has to be a sport, but I think they could loosen it a little bit, just make it a little longer on the length that you could be in the lift.
They were disappointing in the short, and they were marked accordingly. That wasn't a bad start. Standard, of course, very high. We have the 6, if they're not the 6 best, 6 of the best couples in the world. A 1-point deduction there.